Good evening. I'm Megan Parks Van Horn, and I am here with your student engagement training, part one. And this is engaging students with our EEE model. We are now conducting the training in fall, but everything outlined in this presentation will be expected of you in spring of 2022. With all that being said, let's get started with our training. The first part of the presentation is what is the EEE model? The EEE model stands for enter, engage, and express. In 2017, we began our journey with personalized learning. Each school in Henry County was charged with creating their own personalized learning plan. We wanted our plan to represent the foundational stages of learning, but we wanted those foundational stages to all revolve around the students. We wanted to give our students the time to actually master their learning. So the purpose of these three stages are really to be interchangeable, and it can be done over a day or in a day or over a few weeks. So what we're going to do in this portion or the intro of this presentation is go through what is inner, what is engaged, and what is expressed. So this is our original graph that we presented to those that we had to present to in the district. And so when we originally designed the Triple E, it was supposed to be where you could differentiate in each stage of the learning. So to begin, enter is just the introduction, introducing or identifying information. So that could be with a pre-assessment. You can give a little bit of direct instruction, discussion, really however you want to actually introduce the information, that would be considered enter. Introducing a concept. Engage is where that deep active learning actually happens. And this is where the students are applying the information or concepts taught in enter. So that may be, and it will be through teacher facilitated guiding tasks, possibly. Maybe a little bit project based learning, maybe a blended learning platform, maybe a small group with the teacher. It could be independent research. It could be a variety of different things. But the key part of the engage stage is to have the students doing everything. You, as the teacher, are just facilitating and guiding the students through their learning. The last part of the EEE model is express. And this is where students are demonstrating and communicating their learning to you. And this is where the assessments begin. It could be a test, it could be a project-based learning, a presentation, an actual product. It could be a summative assessment. This is the final portion of the stage where students are just demonstrating their knowledge to you as a teacher. Now, if I click this, it's going to actually bring you to the updated version of that EEE chart. In this model, it stresses the 4 C's, and I'm pretty sure we all remember the 4 C's. Are you heard of them before? Communication, creativity, critical thinking, and collaboration all make up those 4 C's. These are all embedded within the Triple E model, and it's giving students the opportunity to actually utilize one or all of these 4 C's. So in the updated chart, you still have inner. And in this chart, which you will have access to, you can actually see all the teacher and student outcomes and what the student should be doing within each stage. So again, in enter, you're going to establish a need why as the teacher and the students. You're going to understand and define what your problem is or concepts that you're looking at. You're going to actually identify that standard that you actually have to know and break that standard and those skills down for the students. And then you may also tell the class, hey, this is where we're going for the day or the week or however long that you're going to be in a unit. In this stage, the students may read something, they may observe something, they're going to investigate stuff. They may begin to start piecing together things to analyze a bigger situation. They may examine some things, they may explore some things, they may interview some people. They're just going to actually explore the topic in its earliest stages and enter. During engage, this is where the students are applying the information. So they may be coming up with a solution based on the scenarios or problems that you're presenting in front of them, collecting data, constructing something, creating something, organizing something, creating a blueprint, doing an outline. They're putting and designing and developing their thoughts and putting them together. The student outcomes also could be refining. You might be refining your argument, redesigning some things, rewriting some things, troubleshooting, making improvements. The teachers also in this stage actually making sure this process happens, making sure that you're guiding the students in the right direction of where they need to go with their thinking. And then lastly, you have your express. This is where the students are communicating what they know to you about your topic or your concept that you introduced them. So they're going to either present their product to you, they're going to share it with their classmates, they're going to perform something, you might provide some feedback, their classmates might provide some feedback. They may make changes based off of what you said. But the goal would be to actually make sure your final product is ready for communicating really during this engage stage. That's why the teacher facilitation is very important in the engage stage, because you are the student's guide to their final answers or their final conclusion about their learning to go into express. So by the time they go into express, they should be at proficiency because you have done your remediation during the engage stage in order for them to really be able to reach proficiency in express. All right, so going back to sum up our EEE model, there are 3 different stages in the triple E. The enter, which is identifying, the engage, which is the apply, and the express, where the students are communicating. In all 3 stages, the student should be the focus. I'm going to say that one more time. In all 3 stages, the student should be the focus. These stages, again, are interchangeable and they can be implemented in a day. You can do an enter, engage, and express in one day, almost like your opening, your work session, and your closing, which we're going to break down in this presentation. Or you can stretch that enter out over a couple of days, the engage out over a couple of days, and express out over a couple of days. It just all depends on your intentionally planning. Are you intentionally planning? So if we move to this section here, the goal is to intentionally plan activities in each stage to maximize master your learning. So you're trying to intentionally plan activities where you're going to have the students demonstrate that they have learned the information. And the whole purpose of this triple E is to maximize mastery of learning. So before we go into enter, I'm going to pause the video and then you're going to complete an activity that will actually help you to identify what is enter, what is engage, and what is express.